and welcome to another edition of 4 Minutes, proudly brought to you by Benelong Funds Management. In your story of the week, calls for the government to extend the FOFA deadline intensify. Take a look. Concerns have been raised that some of the last-minute proposals flowing from the FOFA package would make the implementation deadline almost impossible to meet. Speaking at the Money Management Roundtable, Head of Matrix Financial Planning Rick Christoforos said there were legitimate arguments for extending the start date.
So we have significant introduction of the prescriptive fee disclosure requirement. This information required for that disclosure doesn't exist in a consolidated form. So the IT response to comply is very significant and arguably will take a lot longer than the 8 months we have from today to the 1st of July 2012, and certainly a lot longer than the February expected closing date for FOFA to the 1st of July 2012. Business model changes, clearly they're significant, which again means time to understand, time to comply and time to communicate and develop. We mustn't forget that FSR was implemented over a 2-year period. And here we are looking at FOFA, more significant in terms of IT response to business model changes, and we're looking at minimum, at absolute minimum, 4 months, maximum 8 months. It's not a lot of time.
Christoforos' comments came as some of the major platform providers have announced a 2-stage approach to future development due to uncertainty around FOFA. Also in this week's Money Management, planners respond angrily to attacks on the industry by compensation lawyers, and New Wealth Insights research finds GFC helped planners prepare for the new regulatory environment. In other news, Shadow Assistant Treasurer Mathias Cormann has again accused Financial Services Minister Bill Shorten of protecting industry super funds with respect to the provision of financial advice. Senator Cormann claimed the stronger super package would introduce undisclosed commissions in super and would allow for hidden financial planning fees. The industry super network has strongly backed the inclusion of an annual fee disclosure requirement as part of FOFA, while planners continue to express concerns about the surprise proposal. The AFA has turned its lobbying efforts to the key independents in the lower house of Parliament. At the same time, another group of advisors is expected to meet with independent Andrew Wilkie after having already held talks with Rob Oakeshott. DKN chief Phil Butterworth has left the dealer group after the completion of its merger with IOOF. Matrix Financial Planning has announced its intention to sell 100% of its business to an external investor, and AMP's acquisition of AXA Asia Pacific continues to produce a major reshuffle of its senior management. Corporate regulator ASIC has appointed 2 new commissioners, Peter Kell and Greg Tanza, after Commissioner Michael Dwyer announced he will not seek reappointment. And finally, the regulator has announced the former Sonray chief, Scott Murray, has been sentenced to 5 years in jail on charges including theft, false accounting and withdrawals. For all the details on those stories and more, make sure you pick up tomorrow's issue of Money Management. Thank you for joining us, and I'll see you again next week.